Hello, good night and welcome. You might remember me. My name is Brettfish Anderson and I used to be making the series Dangerous Things You Can Least Expect. But I've not been making them for a while and people have been saying, why have you not been making any dangerous things you can least expect? And the reason for that is that I have been struggling once again with a bit of writer's blockage. And it have not been nice. I can just not come up with any ideas of dangerous things for people not to be expecting. But then last week, I have gone into the room of inspiration, and you know what room that are. It were number 2. Anyway, and I've had this idea, if I am struggling with writer's blockage, then maybe that are a dangerous thing what affect other people as well. And so that is what I have decided to make this episode about. But then I thought that are a bit specific. So I want to look at just blocks in general, because blocks in various shapes and forms and sizes are all over the place and they are causing a lot of danger that people are just not anticipating in the desired proportions. Now, if I say the word block, I will bet you that the first thing you will think of is Lego, because you have blocks in Lego and because Lego are an international thing that everybody in the world loves, excepting for people who don't. But it are international blocks, and the thing about Lego that make it dangerous are that it are a solitary game. It are something you want to play by yourself, and that are even what the name mean. So if I'm playing with my Lego blocks and my younger sister or brother, they want to come and start playing with, I will look at them and I will say Lego, and they will understand. Now, it are not just in English that this occur, because for people in other countries, their name will say the same thing. So if you think of, let's just take France, for example, what they call the blocks is Lego. And so le is what the French people put in front of every word, and go means to go let go. I'm trying to play with my blocks and you are coming here, so please stop because I do not want you here while I'm playing with my blocks. Let go, or something like that. And then even if you go into Africa, what the word that they have for their blocks is leko. Leko. And so it means the same thing. Please go away, because I'm trying to play with my blocks. And so that are Lego. Another word what have the word block in are the word Blockbuster. And what that are is, it are a kind of movie that are very scary. It are have a quick scare for you, and maybe you are busy playing with your Lego blocks and you are watching the movie and suddenly you get a fright, and it are such a big fright that you just break the Lego block that you are currently holding, and that are why it are called a blockbuster. Another one that I heard of, and these are a very dangerous thing, and I've learned this from my room or my housemate here. Her name is Sue Lynn, and she have teach me every time you go outside, she say you must take sunblock, and so sunblock this, and you must make sure you always have sunblock. And so I have tried it a few times because I want to respect Sue Lynn. She are very knowledgeable, and so I've tried sunblock many times, but it have not worked for me. Not only do I still get burnt, but I feel nauseous as well. I want to be sick in ways of sickness, and that are not very nice. And I think what irritates me the most is that sunblock are not very clear on the bottle how much you must take, whether you must eat 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoons. And so normally I just like take a little swig and I hope I have enough, but I'm still getting burnt and I'm getting sick. So I don't think I will be doing sunblock again. Sorry, Sue Lynn. Anyway, the other place where you can think of a block is they have this thing is called an apartment block. So it is like flats where they take a lot of apartments and they put it together in one block. Now that are just silly, because if you look at the word apartment, it is meant to be apart. And so don't come and put your apartment next to mine and make a block out of it. That are an oxy stupid. It just don't make any kind of sense at all. It don't even make 6 cents. Okay. Now, the thing with blocks, we have barely scraped the surface of them because they are everywhere and they can even be very powerful things. I just even mentioned a few for you. You get the man in blocks, you get Block Obama, and even in Hollywood now, the blocks are starting to dangerously take over because you can even have Sandra Bullock, for example. Now, the last thing I want to say about it, and this time, are that some people have even been starting to use it as an insult, and so we have called people a blockhead to make them feel like their head is in some way related to a piece of Lego. And that can be a very effective one, excepting if you meet Frankenstein. Because if you meet Frankenstein and you call him a blockhead, he will say thank you. Although he will probably say it in unless you are French, in which case it will be le. Anyway, and so you should not be calling Frankenstein a blockhead because you are just making him feel good. But hopefully I've given you some insight as to some of the dangerous ways in which blocks are affecting our lives. Please be careful. Be careful.